Leadership is spiritual.
Yes.
You know, the basis of leadership is spirituality.
Yes.
You know, that is why even in the Bible, you see, God is so interested in leadership. When He wanted a king for His people, He sent His prophets to go and anoint to David. You know, He chose a person from His own people, Queen Esther, to come through Mordecai to save His people. You know, for Queen Esther, it was not about herself. It was about the people of Israel.
Or even her background, or even who she was in the community.
You know, it was about saving the people of Israel. That's why she went into the king's palace against the king's will. You know, she defied all the status quo.
And she was still safe.
You know, to go to the king and ask the king, if it is your will, let my people be saved. You know. She had a purpose for it.
My people perish. I'll perish with them.
I'll perish with them.
So good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever that you're viewing us from. It's always an honor to host some of the biggest guests as far as women in leadership is concerned. One of our key objectives at Women Connect is to mentor women leaders, because it's a high time we change the conversation of this country as far as women leadership is concerned. It's a journey, it's a process that we've started. But it's also my belief with people like our guest today, we're going to change it. Before I proceed, I'd love to appreciate Sisu Hotel for giving us this opportunity to host our show in their hotel. It's one of the biggest hotels in Machakos. And to be precise, it has the best meals, it has the best services that I've experienced so far as Machakos County is concerned. I'm always very passionate to have conversation of women in leadership. And that is where we started the Women Connect Women Leaders Bench, so that we can talk our issues and our agendas without fearing anything, because this is one of the safest places and the safest platforms for us women to speak our hearts out and also speak our agendas, because we need to change everything as far as women and leadership is concerned. So most of our guests that we'll be seeing here today, and also going further or in any other show that we'll be holding, they are people that are passionate about women agenda, because we keep on saying we want the numbers of women to be, improved. But if they improved and there are no changes and we are not given spaces where decisions are made, then why should we improve even the numbers? It's better we have 3 women, but in key positions in this country, so that when it comes to women agenda, we are taken care of. So today I'm so happy to host Rejoice Mutheu. She's one of the young leaders that I know in this country that are focusing more on women and leaders in leadership, so that we can change the conversation of this country and also women can be supported in their agendas. So Mutheu, honestly, I don't know where to start. I'm talking and I'm becoming emotional because for the few moments that we've interacted with you, you're so passionate about women.
Absolutely.
And I think that is the reason why you're sparring for that seat that I won't mention. You're the one who will tell us. Because you feel women need to be empowered, women need to be supported, and the structures need to change.
Absolutely.
So that those women can be supported. We keep on saying women empowerment, but it never happens. And I tend to believe it's this conversation that we are having here that we are going to change that theme and that, narrative. Ati mbona wamama hawapendani, mbona wamama wasaidiani. But in that sense, it's not that we don't support ourselves. The resources are few. And they are few because we are not putting the women that we need in leadership. So before I continue,
Mhm.
Mutheu, karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Mrembo
Dorothy.
as usual, beautiful as usual,
Thank you.
clean heart as usual. You can see the smile.
Mhm.
I keep on telling her she's beautiful in and out
Thank
for the
you.
few times that I've interacted with you. And you're always honesty
Mhm.
and your authentic representation, how you present yourself to people, the same way you are in your heart for the few moments that I've interacted with you.
Mhm.
So Mutheu, before I even proceed,
Mhm.
tell us who you are,
Mhm.
where you're from,
Mhm.
what you do,
Mhm.
and what you're aspiring to become. I know the titles that being that as zingine siwezi sema, let me not lie. This woman is learned, this woman is empowered.
Mhm.
And I know by the titles that she's going to mention, they're not just titles that they're just given. There must be something that you did that sparked something in people that they said, we need to put this girl there. We need to put this young woman there so that she can put the agendas that we need as far as leadership is concerned. So karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Tuambie wewe ni nani, unafanya nini, unataka aje na sisi, and how we recognize you in this country. Because I keep on saying, gone are the days that we would say, my name is Roti Mpunzi na mimi ni bibi na mama. You know?
Yeah.
Because those titles can go anytime. But the woman that I've worked to become is what is important as far as the building of this nation is concerned.
Absolutely.
So tell me who you are.
Thank you so much, Dorothy, for hosting me.
Karibu.
Always a pleasure.
Okay.
And I think what makes this show even very interesting is that you're in Machakos County.
I'm telling you. The place to be, they say.
We're in Machakos County,
Yes.
you know. And but it's the only country with the most beautiful governor.
Telling you.
They say so out there, and
And it's real.
It's real.
Kitu ni ukweli.
Yeah. So my name is Rejoice.
Yes.
Rejoice in the Lord. So Rejoice Mutheu Mwambia.
Underline.
Yeah, Rejoice Mutheu
And
Mwambia.
put it in bold.
Or RMM. Some people abbreviate it that way. I am a daughter of Machakos County. I am also from Singa constituency.
Yes.
I was telling you before we started the show, it's where we supply the country with electricity. You know, the people of Masinga. I'm also from Mavoko because now Masinga is my village.
Yes.
Mavoko is I'm a resident there. I've partly grown up there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm both a village girl and a city girl.
You've experienced both lives.
Yeah, you know Mavoko is the capital city of Machakos. They say
I'm telling you, Mavoko, a lot happens there.
a lot of good stuff.
I'm telling you, I've been there too. I think I was raised there most of my youthful times. Especially from high school, college, I've been in Mlolongo. Mlolongo sio Kimau.
Mlolongo sio Kimau ward.
So I know what is Mavoko.
Yeah, so I'm both a village girl and a city girl.
Yes.
Our city being Mavoko constituency. You know, academically I'm a social scientist from Maseno University.
Wow.
It's the only university along the equator, by the way.
Maseno people.
Maseno.
You hear your girl here defending you.
Yes,
and
it's only. Yeah, it's the only university along the equator. It's true story. I'm also a mental health advocate and a leadership and governance advocate. That's why I am here today in the capacity of leadership and governance.
Yes.
Besides that, I'm also serving at the 8th East Africa Young Parliamentarian under IALA.
By the way, before you proceed,
Yes.
what happens there at IALA?
So at the East African Young Parliamentarian, it's a branch of IALA. So we are under IALA. You know, IALA is the East Africa Assembly. So bringing the different East Africa community countries, you know, together. So what happens there is that we represent the East Africa communities, Kenya being one of them, and Machakos being in Kenya, you know. But now, under the East African Young Parliamentarians, we are a group of young leaders like myself from across East Africa, you know, Kenya, Burundi, Rwanda, Tanzania, you know, coming together to try and bring a solution to the challenges that East Africa is facing. You know, because a child from Kenya faces the same challenges as a child from Uganda. You know, beneath our skin, we are Africans. The countries are just names. You know. Yeah. So that is a snippet of what happens there.
But one of the key functions of IALA, and as far as the young leaders is concerned, what is it? One of the key functions of IALA.
Imagine it's just basically to merge
the countries together.
And then find common solutions for the East African countries. Yeah.
Okay.
So it is a larger parliament. Like the respective countries have. In Kenya, we have the national parliament, the Senate, the county assemblies. Same to Tanzania, same to But then now with the East African assembly, you remember one of the things that IALA promotes? It's the integration of East African. That's why you're seeing policies like free trade, where you don't need a lot of licenses and paperwork to do business in Tanzania, in Burundi, in Kenya. You see, that East Africa integration and brotherhood,
makes things
easier. That's why we have one common passport, the East Africa passport.
I see.
That's all.
It makes sense.
The integration.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, that's one key. That's one key thing about IALA.
And it's an advantage to us, by the way.
It is. Though it has been facing financial problems. But it is a major challenge, because what sustains IALA is the contribution from the member countries. So when some member countries delay or fail to honor their subscription, it becomes an issue. That's why you had Winnie Odinga highlight that in one of the interviews in the media. Yeah, it's one of the challenges that IALA is facing.
So it is the country, let's say leadership, they're supposed to contribute the subscription for its members to be part of that IALA.
Yes.
Or it is the members themselves.
No. Like Kenya is a country, right? Every year, Kenya should contribute something to IALA to sustain the assembly.
The program and all that.
Yes. So now, if Kenya delays or does not pay its subscription, it leaves the house in financial dilemma and struggles.
Yeah, sure. Nice.
Yeah.
Which other big title, my dear?
Not really a title,
because now it's becoming something else. I didn't know all that, Mutheu, by the way. I just used to see a young girl who is dedicated to leadership because she understands what change can make to people. Especially, you've told me you've grown from Masinga.
I'm a village girl and a city girl.
And now in Machakos, we call Masinga Weoni. And that's to mean life was not easy there. Also in Mavoko, it's not that also life is that easy. So that's to mean that you've gone through both lives.
Yeah.
You know what to lack is as a girl. Me, I tell people I grew up in a slum. Before we came to Mavoko, we came from slums. And I always know what it means for a girl to be in menses and you have no pads. And you can't say it because even if you say it,
Hakuna.
So when you're saying that you've tasted both lives, for me, I understand where you're coming from and why you are focusing more on women in leadership. Because you need to make things change. You need to make things happen.
In fact, you've spoken about period, and girls. And for me, I'm telling the people of Machakos County, but I didn't say I'm aspiring to be a woman rep for Machakos County. I'm aspiring. Yes. I'm aspiring to be a woman.
When you lost your friend.
Yeah, I know, right?
You touch her because you have so much to talk to. But we said it's a free conversation.
Absolutely. Yes. So I'm an aspiring woman rep for Machakos County in the. Thank you so much in 2027.
Wow.
So when you talked about menses and period, if Machakos County will never remember Rejoice again, let it be remembered that Rejoice ended period poverty. It's one of the things I don't want to hear about as long as I'm a woman rep in Machakos County. Period poverty must end. I know one of the challenges, among the top challenges that Kenya is facing right now is poverty. Poverty in different dimensions, economically, socially, in terms of the livelihoods of our people, Kenya, most of Kenyans are actually living in absolute poverty.
We're told some even live below $1.
$1 a day.
Yeah. So you can imagine.
That is but for me, I might not be able to end poverty in Machakos County generally.
Yes.
But one dimension of poverty that has to end in Machakos County. It is period poverty.
Yeah.
Period poverty.
Yeah.
You know?
Because we keep on saying that education is key to success.
Absolutely.
Education is platform. But in the event there's a girl who doesn't go to school because of periods, then how are we supporting the education system? So we need to fight the problem that is hindering that fast, and that is periods. And when I was growing up, I found that problem still existing. And that is why we are pushing on women agenda. Because we are looking at a scenario where I was telling the other guests, the way you walk in Nairobi streets and you find taps of running water where you can wash your hands and all that. Why can't we have also places where pads are given freely?
I think you're reading my mind.
I know it is achievable.
Absolutely.
About that thing.
Let's have, it's one of the things I'm passionate about, and I've already thought about it. I have a whole picture about it in my head. They're called sanitary towels dispensers.
Yes.
You know, the public schools in Kenya and also in major markets.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Because, you know, okay, courtesy of being in touch with the common mwananchi, I've learned that in Machakos County we also have the problem of street children and families, especially in Matungulu. It's a problem I didn't imagine. It was, you know, rampant in a place like Machakos, considered to be, you know, a village, a remote, you know, place. But unfortunately, courtesy of being in touch with the ground and going to the ground, we have street families in Machakos County. That's why when I speak about sanitary towels dispensers in public schools, I also want them in markets, at least for the, you know, for the children there and families living there. Even though we have to come together as leaders once we're elected to rethink how we can manage the problem of street families and street children before it becomes a huge challenge in Machakos County. You know, it starts small, then in 10 years it is bigger. So I know some leaders do not know there exist street families in Machakos County.
I've just had it now.
You had it right now? I found it somewhere around last year when I was visiting the grassroots, and I had conversation with the grassroots leaders, the clergy, and that's why I knew we have the problem of street families in Machakos.
These are homeless people.
Yes, they stay in the streets, in the markets. You know,
that's pathetic.
But that's why we have leadership that should come and think, you know, these are social issues, and think around how can we solve this challenge before it becomes the one, before it becomes big like Nairobi.
Sure. The one that can't be controlled. Because I tend to think also leaders, they are focusing more on the bigger, I call them the bigger 5 agendas. That is education, health, mental health, and also we have security, and also other 5-6 agendas. But you see the petty things, nobody who tackles them. The issue of periods, now you brought the issue of
street families,
families, and nobody cares about them. Nobody. Little do we know that these are the people that we need. These are the people. When you're leaving a legacy, what will you leave there? Because I know there's someone who said, I was homeless at some point. I didn't go to school because of periods, but someone held my hand. And that is one of the things that we push at Women Connect. People holding each other hands. Because I know those are the people that we'll never forget in a day. I know there's someone, when you're waking up at night, and you're asked, nani alikushika mkono? Najua Mutheu utakumbuka immediately. You see? And I think it's high time now we started touching lives.
Absolutely.
Directly.
Absolutely.
Yes, and I'm happy that you have those agendas in mind, and I know you have a strategy that you may not be airing it here. Hiyo ni yako, but I know soon as we shall see some of the things that you'll be doing at the grassroots level. So before we proceed any further, which other thing are you, Mutheu?
I'm also a fella.
Which other thing are you in this country?
Now, actually, I'm also a fellow for, at the program for young politicians in Africa,
Yes.
Piper. Now, this is a broader Africa. I mean, Africa, yeah, where we are coming together, together as the young leaders
Yes.
to try and brainstorm on the solutions for common challenges. You know, poverty. The whole of Africa is facing poverty.
Kabisa.
Let nobody lie to
Yeah,
you.
sure,
You know,
Mm.
in some countries it is worse than in Kenya. Others are doing better than Kenya, like South Africa is doing better.
Sure.
So, you know, like Honorable Ndidinyoro likes to say, you know, Africa, we Africans and Africa is our
Business.
business. Thank you.
Telling you. Yes.
So, also I'm globally now, I'm at the International Federation for Liberal Youth.
Okay.
You know, now this is global.
Yes.
You know, young people
Yes.
from America, from Cuba, you know, from everywhere.
Yes.
From Asia, everywhere. Where again, our aim is just to bring solutions, because we understand that the problems of the 1970s are not the problems of today. Like the other day, I attended a conference at Glee Hotel with Africa COP, Africa Community of Practice, and you know, jobs for youth.
Okay.
So it was supported by World Bank, African Union, you know, IMF, that is the International Monetary Fund.
Yeah.
All those are global, United Nations. And one thing that I asked as a young person when I was given the microphone, we were talking about technology, and I was like, hey, you guys, you're saying that the world right now, it's, you know, digital. Technology is the in thing. But how are we preparing the Kenyan child to compete at the global stage with a child from Japan, with a child from China, with a child from the United States? You know, because when we say that the world is moving digital, it's going technology, are we thinking about the Kenyan child, the Machakos child? And you know, it was a bit embarrassing because I was like, a child from Turkana who is learning under a tree does not know what a laptop is, you know, and we are seated here
making decision
and say that the world is going global,
yeah.
you know, and it was hosted in Kenya, by the way.
Wow. By
So,
design.
so for me, and for us at IFRI, at Piper, you know, at the East Africa, these are some of the challenges we are bringing on board, you know, because you're saying like today's challenge are dynamic. They're not the 1970s, you know.
And that is why we need to have these conversations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that is IFRI. And also, last but not least, I'm also a member of the NIMD. NIMD is Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy. In that space, it's about democracy. Okay. You know, and there we honor, and I as a person, I honor Baba, the late Raila Odinga, the father of democracy in Kenya.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
And yesterday you were celebrating Sabasaba. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Sabasaba.
Yes.
And for me, what came to my mind was Raila Odinga. May God rest his soul in peace.
He is a legend.
Yes.
You've spoken of Raila, and I remembered among many leaders that we have in this country, Raila is one person who held many people's hands. And that's why I keep on saying holding hand for me, it's something that it means a lot. There are people who are holding position today in this country because of Baba.
Absolutely. Many
people are holding big positions. They have become who they are today because of Baba.
Absolutely.
And that is why Baba would call a meeting and everybody is there and is like, Baba alinifanyia, Baba alinisaidia. And I think those are the legends and the people that we want in this country. Not people who, when they are in position, they are not holding people's hands. Because when you are there, you need to hold who will hold our hands? Because you need to be up there. And I know many people are doing a lot. And we are looking forward for greatness. But I know when you get that position.
But I didn't say I'm in the Wiper. Of course, why not? I'm in the Wiper Patriotic Front Party under the leadership of His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka.
Yes.
And recently, we were in a meeting together for the aspirants in Kenya, and he promised to hold hands
That's very
of the Gen Zs that are vying. And because we know His Excellency, Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is not a liar, we are just waiting. It's a matter of time. So speaking of holding hands, I just remembered that.
That is beautiful.
That's now our Baba, the one who is alive.
The one that we are seeing at the moment.
Yeah.
And one thing that I'd say about Women Connect, being a platform for women that is safe, that we can air our views, it means that it is non-partisan.
Absolutely.
It is non-partisan, and we are here to identify leaders, regardless of your chama.
Absolutely.
As long as you are holding hands for women, we are with you. Because when we know when women are sorted, our country is sorted.
Absolutely.
So, Mutheu, I know we can speak the entire day. Mutheu, I know you're one of the young people that are aspiring for these big seats in this country. How has it been for you as a young person and as a woman also? How has it been for you?
So generally it has not been easy.
Yes.
Especially, sometimes I tell people on ground, especially my fellow aspirants.
Yes.
Mutheu is not vying for woman rep as though she was the daughter of Uhuru Kenyatta or Ruto.
It's from scratch and from passion.
Rejoice is vying as a woman rep, as one of you, as one of the many Kenyans that sleep hungry, as one of the many Kenyans that have their children at home who are jobless. I'm vying as one of us, the we, the bigger us. We, the many us.
Yes.
And so generally it has been difficult. Difficult in terms of finances, and I don't mean handouts, no. I mean logistics, basic, because like let's say next week I'm going to Yatta.
Yes.
I can't walk all the way to Yatta.
Yes.
I can't walk all the way to Yatta. Yeah, sure. I have to use a car.
Exactly. Public means.
Sometimes I do. What are you saying? What are you saying? I do. When I say I am vying as we.
That's what I'm saying. You political party leaders, I know we are coming for you as Women Connect Kenya. Because we want to have these conversations with you people. Because we need to support these people.
Yeah.
Actually, we need to support you people because, for example, at my level, sometimes it is hectic. So imagine you're eyeing the entire county, and not move from one area to the other area.
The 8 constituencies.
Exactly. It is not easy, especially financially, in the logistical part of it, because you need a car. Honestly, let's be serious. Because utatoka na matatu hapa uende matatu ingine ushuke. By the time unapanda hii matatu unashuka.
Imagine I have done that. No, I have done that.
It is hectic, Mama.
It is hectic. But if it is hectic for me, so is it hectic for every other Kenyan
that you're standing for?
That I'm standing for.
Yes.
Me, I'm not that pretentious that every Kenyan is living in Singapore.
No.
Tuko
Kenya, but
leave alone with it.
Kibera,
I've even used a motorbike because in our county the matatus do not reach in every stage, in every area. I have used a motorbike. I have walked with my people the same way they walk. And for me it is nothing out of the ordinary because again I have grown in the same areas, in the dusty roads. So for me, it's just a challenge, but a challenge that can be sorted out.
Yeah,
So number 1 is finances, of course.
Yes.
Number 2, we still have stereotyping. I will not lie to you. Now, our country has changed from being a patriarchal country to a matriarchal country.
Yes.
A patriarchy where the men are the heads.
Yeah.
The heads.
I believe that women cannot exist in leadership.
Never
to be seen. Okay, to be heard, but just to be seen.
Yeah. So we still have the problem of patriarchy and bad masculinity at the ground level. And even insecurity, it's another challenge. But I thank God, for me, I've not experienced extreme insecurity in Machakos County because I'm a woman. Imagine sometimes, I get calls from women across the entire country asking for advice from me, especially because they've seen me being a student leader. They feel like I'm a bit experienced. And let me tell you, I had a case from Nyanza where a woman aspirant was raped while aspiring, like walking. Imagine. So I thank God I've not faced extreme insecurity, but it is a factor when vying, insecurity. Even in campus, when I was vying to be a student leader, I had to vacate from my room, and I was like, hey, I can't afford a security person at my door. What do I do? So I secretly moved back to the school hostels very secretly, because outside there's a watchman paid by the school.
Yes.
So insecurity, it was very insecure, I remember, because I was facing a lot of threats, you know. So I had to move to a hostel for my security. So finances, insecurity, patriarchy, of course. But let me tell you, you know, we are the generation that is going to make a change in this country. I've worked a place, there's a place I went in Machakos, I won't say where, and I was told, so I wanted to get in a wazee meeting, you know, because I had another aspirant was a male, and I was told, no, women don't get there.
And you know what
I told the person who was gatekeeping there? I told them, actually, I have a grandfather that I love so much, and allow me 1 minute to go say hi to these grandfathers of mine that are here. You know, they're also my grandfathers.
Actually, there's someone who said he was encouraging me, and then he was telling me where men are, where men are entering. Make sure you enter. Make sure you enter, because now the thing of fearing, what will people say, what will happen to me, Mutheu? I know it takes, you know,
it takes a lot of guts
to do what you did. But there's someone who will say, me but where we are right now, if you want to become that woman that you're aspiring to become, where men are, make sure you are there.
So what I did, I told them politely, hey, I told the person who was gatekeeping, hey, these are my grandfathers. I have my grandfather that I love so much. Allow me to just say hi as a grandfather, as a granddaughter to them. And you know, I entered there, I said hi to them, then we started the conversation. And once they started hearing my manifesto, they were like, and it was 1 hour before we knew it, you know? So I want to encourage every young woman vying, MCA, woman rep like myself, MP, even governors and senators.
Exactly.
Guys, do not fear. Let us be the people to challenge the status quo.
Exactly.
To interrupt that status quo.
Exactly.
Because now I believe those were this. If there was another young woman who wanted to be maybe an MC around there, and these men have never given the woman a chance to talk to them. From what they heard from me, you see, they learned something that women, we actually have great points. Because those was just, they even took my number, and oh my God, that was so nice. When can you, when can we see you again? Now they are the people inviting me.
I can imagine.
As women, whenever we get spaces where there are challenges, if we can break those barriers,
exactly, the ceiling and
we are not just breaking them for ourselves, we are breaking them for others as well.
Exactly, those are legacies that you're building right now.
Because
there's something that you're building at Women Connect for women aspirants. Because I know there's sexual harassment for women aspirants. It is there, it exists. Because you're so thirsty to bring change to this country. Yet someone else wants to take the advantage of your thirst. Because maybe he has been there before you. You see? And that is a conversation that we shall have another time. But at Women Connect is something that you're building for women aspirants. So they can get support that they need. And also link them to the institution that can support them as far as they want leadership. So moving from that, Mutheu, your insight is so powerful. And there's a young girl somewhere who thinks of leadership. What do you think leadership does to women, and what impact it has to our societies, my dear? I know you're so passionate, but how are we as women? We keep on saying women leadership. We want many women leaders. So that will break those barriers and those thoughts, and those negativity. There was a time I was at KBC and I was telling them, when a man or a male governor does a mistake, the way it's corrected is kind of softly kidogo.
Polite.
And let's to be real. But when a woman governor or a woman leader does something, it is escalated, it is discussed all over. You see?
And we have witnessed that as a country. Remember Kawira Mwangaza? It's okay.
But I'm telling you, women leaders go through a lot. Getting the leadership space is a challenge. Maintaining it is a challenge. When you do a mistake, to be recovered, it's also a challenge. So from your perspective, Mutheu, what do you think are the some of things that you need to do
as women leaders,
Yes.
First of all, we
And also
need.
be felt. And also be felt.
First of all, I want to mindset for us to have a mindset change. You know, when they say women are their own enemies,
Yes.
you know, it is a myth. It is not true.
It is not true. Even me, I never support that thing.
Because you're a woman and I'm a woman.
Tunakosania nini? I was telling someone.
Are we not having an interview with you?
Kwanza ni venye
It's a
ilianza
myth.
late. Tulikuwa na
It's a myth
It's a myth.
and a
It's
mindset
It's a myth. Yeah, sure.
that they try to put in us. You know, kutungonganisha. You know,
Tuchukuliane.
it's
they
not
know we are
true.
powerful.
It is not true.
You know they know women are powerful, Mutheu.
Yeah.
I keep on saying if a woman can love a man, mpaka atoke kwao, aende ishi kwa wenyewe. Niambie mwanamke akupende aseme leo tunapotia Mutheu. Na ni sisi wote. Nini hizi happen Mutheu?
And my biggest
we are very powerful.
and my biggest cheerleaders so far,
Yes.
kwa ground, they are women.
I'm telling you, women are powerful.
There are places I've gone and those mamas, I thought I was the person paying the bills for chai. And they're like, oh, Mutheu, we've paid.
Tumelipa.
Mtoto wetu tumelipa. Uko na fare? Women are so loving.
Women are so good.
And they are my biggest cheerleaders kwa ground. Even that's why I keep on. I'm like, if these women believe in me, I can serve them.
Yeah, then
Why?
I'm good to go.
Then I believe in myself.
You know, there's a motivation on its own.
It motivates me a lot when I find women who are ready to listen to me, to hold my hand, to encourage me. I've not faced a backlash from a woman, especially the voters.
Yes.
You know, I have not. You know, and I want to thank the women of Machakos very much. A big deal.
Wambi nawapenda sana.
Nawapenda sana.
Nitongwa na walaumu tu wame. I feel
Nawapenda.
you people.
No,
Yes.
and even women have been my defenders.
I'm telling you.
I remember that the time somebody was forcing me to pay for, what was that? Is it for some meat somewhere? And I was like, oh, it's above my budget. I'm sorry I didn't. It was an ambush. And a woman stood up and said, hey, she has paid.
Yes.
She has paid what she had promised, and you're not going to harass her. That was a woman defending me.
Me, I tell you, women are good.
And she was like, you know what? We are voting for her with money or without money. Oh my, that was from a woman. You know, it was a man who was trying to harass me.
Yeah.
You know, to incur extra costs.
Yeah.
You know,
apparent reason.
and a woman stood up and defended me.
That's
I was like, oh my God, can I clap for you?
yeah, that was powerful.
So for me, I wonder what you say when you say women are their own enemies. Women have been my cheerleaders, my own mother, you know. So
what do you think? It's one thing that we need to do as women.
so I was saying change of mindset.
Yes.
Let us stop believing this, you know, narratives that we are our own enemies. They are our best friends, you know. So that is the mindset change.
Yes.
You know. Also, another thing, let us embrace collaboration. There's a reason why the SDGs, the Sustainable Goals, number 17, SDG number 17, according to the United Nations, is collaboration. Collaboration to achieve all the other goals. You know, the SDGs, they are from 1 up to 17. So women, let us collaborate.
Yeah, sure.
And then I mean collaborate, not just collaborate amongst us women. Let us collaborate with men. I have seen men who are male gender champions. They are championing for gender equity and equality.
Sure.
So women, and you know, women, we are some of the wisest creatures that the world has.
We are.
You know,
we are the strategists.
Exactly.
Yes.
So let us collaborate with men. I've worked in spaces where there is a woman meeting, and the person and one of the speakers is a man. In the spirit of collaboration, once we show these men that we are not your enemies. Like, men are not the enemies to women. Women are not enemies to themselves. Women are not enemies to men. Nobody is an enemy to nobody.
Yeah, sure.
You know, it is how we move on as a society.
Exactly. Having the spirit of aiming at a goal that we need to achieve at the end of it.
And I've seen it working. Like, for instance, and when we have male gender champions, and we've recruited most of the male leaders to be women champions, you know. That's what you've seen in rallies, like the Linda Mwananchi rallies. You've seen people like Babu Owino defending women a lot. And even when they see a woman wanting to speak and they are not being given a microphone, he's been on the forefront to actually fight for them and let them speak, whichever they have, you know. That is the spirit of collaboration. Because you'll find, fine, we women want leadership,
Yes.
but you go at the ground, it is a man who is the pastor, and we as women, we need them to give us space, you know. You go to a rally, it is Babu Owino who's giving people the microphone, and we women want the microphone. So the collaboration and
has to be there
recruiting men into
to support the women agenda.
the women agenda,
Yes.
it is
which
great.
very powerful.
Yeah, so my
Actually,
biggest,
we can't do it without them. We can't. We can't
nobody
ignore.
can
Can't
do.
ignore.
They need us, we need them.
Yeah. It's a powerful thing that we need to embrace as women.
Yeah.
And also come to think of it, I look at scenarios where even as women now we're in that space of bubble of like ni sisi tunawapatia wanaume mics,
Yeah.
of which I know a time will come and we'll be in those spaces. The route that we've taken, we are almost there. So it was an honor hosting you, Mutheu. Najua, you are so humble that sometimes you don't want me to call you honorable, but it is coming by design. So what is one thing that you would want to leave people with, especially the young girls who are passionate about women in leadership and they don't know what to do, or even the aspirants, your fellow aspirants? What is one thing that you would want to tell them?
So, to my fellow young aspirants, especially women, I've interacted with most of you. Some of you are going for MCAs. Most of them are going for MCAs that I've interacted with. And others are supporting me for woman rep, you know, in different capacities. So I was telling you that leadership is spiritual.
Yes.
You know, the basis of leadership is spirituality.
Yes.
You know, that is why even now in the Bible, you see, God is so interested in leadership. When he wanted a king for his people, he sent his prophets to go and anoint to David. You know, he chose a person from his own people, Queen Esther, to come through Mordecai to save his people. You know, for Queen Esther, it was not about herself. It was about the people of Israel.
Or even her background, or even who she was in the community.
You know, it was about saving the people of Israel. That's why she went into the king's palace against the king's will. You know, she defied all the status quo.
And she was still safe.
You know, to go to the king and ask the king, if it is your will, let my people be saved. You know. She had a purpose for it.
My people perish. I'll perish with them.
I'll perish with them. You know, as in, I'm just trying to bring. I'm not a preacher, but I'm just trying. To bring it, you know, to the limelight. How much leadership is spiritual. You know, it is not something you say. I want to become a woman rep, like you say. I want to become a doctor. You know. That is why not every learned person can become a leader.
Yeah, sure.
You know, because it is a calling.
Yeah, sure. Not everyone is also called for leadership.
Exactly.
Okay.
You remember Moses telling God, unless your presence goes with us in Exodus,
When you're doing that,
we will not go. You know, there's even a song about it. If your presence does not go with us, we are not living here. It is that spiritual. And so from the book of 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 12, to the young people, the Bible says, let no one humiliate you, discourage you because you're young, but instead set an example. The Bible says to the believers, but not to the young people of Machakos, to the young people of Kenya. Set an example to Kenyans, to show Kenyans what it feels like to have a good leadership that cares, to have a leadership that listens, you know, to have a leadership that is connected with the people, to have a leadership that understands
and speaks for the people,
you know. So let us change that status, and we are already doing that. You've seen us in the protests, you know, protesting against the ills of bad governance and leadership, you know, across every sectors. So for me, that's my advice to the women and to the young people of Machakos and of Kenya and of Africa, because I know sometimes I post these things and my friends from the East Africa, from Africa, you know, comment, you know. And another thing, it is Barack Obama would remind us that the highest office in any democracy is the office of the citizen.
Yeah, office of the people.
As the young people, as women of this generation, let us not forget that. If it is bad to the people, it is bad to you as a leader.
Yeah, sure.
Therefore, we should say no.
It's powerful. That is so powerful. That I don't want them to add anything. Imekuja venye ingefaa kukuja. And we are told those who have ears,
let them hear.
And I know Mutheu, through God's grace, you are going far.
Amen.
Being a young woman who is focusing on leadership, there must be something in you that is pushing you towards that. And my prayer that you may achieve it.
Amen.
You may achieve it.
Amen.
So that also you can mentor the young girls that are upcoming.
Absolutely.
As far as leadership and good governance is concerned. So without further ado to our viewers, that was our guest. I know she has left us with so many things to think and to work on as far as leadership is concerned. And I'm promising to bring her on board. In our next event that we are holding on women leadership and heritage, she will be there. She'll be one our guest. So I'm so happy.
Thank you.
To be associated with you.
Thank you.
And to walk this journey with you.
Thank you.
Till next Wednesday, God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My darling.
Thank you so much.